my gosh, it's hot out! Why is it so hot out? And why is it so late out? And why is there a grocery bag swinging from my wrist? Oh, the day's over already. So, I had to stop by Kroger on the way home. It's a real hassle because Kroger's not as close as Scott's. But I had to stop by Kroger because I ran out of cereal this morning. I probably should have gotten more sooner. But, yeah, I needed cereal, and I also needed money for my card. I also need money for my phone, because if I don't put money on it by tomorrow, all the money that's currently on it will expire. So I've got a pay-as-you-go phone. And I decided to get a monthly pass, too, because that's going to expire on the 13th. So I had Mark drop me off at Kroger, and I did some shopping, and now I'm on my way home. Sorry, I didn't film anything today. I was back at Glenbrook today. Did pretty good today. Who knows, I might be able to finish up at the mall tomorrow. Maybe, we'll see. If not, there's more stores around there that I can go to. But, anyway, I did have a couple of job leads. The most likely one from today would probably be at She by Journeys, which is a shoe store, but it's for adults. There's Journeys, which is for teenagers, Journeys Kids, which is for kids, and then there's She, which is for adults. But they're all shoe stores. And they are currently hiring, and she seemed really interested in me, partially because I looked around a little bit, because I wasn't going to buy anything, but I did look around for a few minutes, because I really liked this one pair of shoes. They were way too expensive, even if I was going to buy some. But I noticed that one of the price tags was wrong, because there was a shoe on display in the front, and there was a shoe on display on the wall. It was the exact same shoe, but one of them was $10 more. So I brought that up to her, and she seemed really impressed by that. She seemed really interested when I handed in my application. So, we'll see. You do want to be careful about that. Job tip of the day is show interest in the place that you're applying to. Because I know a lot of employers know that a lot of people are out just applying to wherever they can. But if you show a little bit of interest in the place, they're going to be more likely to want to hire you than they will someone who just comes in, fills out the application, and leaves. And I'm not saying you have to buy something from every store or spend an entire half hour shopping around. Just, show a little bit of interest, especially in the places that are hiring. If they're not hiring, then it doesn't really matter as much. But if they are hiring, or they said that they're going to be hiring soon, then you want to show a little bit of interest in them. Because, like I said, they're going to be more inclined to hire someone who's interested than someone who really doesn't care. So there's the job tip of today. I am going to be doing something a little bit later, because I got a message on YouTube from someone on the Sailor Jupiter Grand Entrance one that I did for Cater's 1/7 t-shirt contest, and he wants me to do more. So I'm going to put that in this vlog because it's really short today and I didn't film anything today. But that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully not eat any more of my hair. Grand entrances.
Mokunamonoki! Mokunamonoki, ready to go! Wow!
Yuko Ichihara.
Sakura! Hi!
Audience grand entrance. Okay, so now all that crazy stuff is done, I'm dressed more casually, and I am on my way to the library because I need to print off some more resumes, and I want to talk to my boyfriend for a little bit, because Ikasukan is coming up this weekend, as well as the Three Rivers Festival, and I want to see if he wants to go to one or the other. It'll be kind of hard to go to both, because the main festivities for the Three Rivers Festival is on Saturday, as well as the main festivities for the Ikasukan is on Saturday as well. Although, I don't know if the Three Rivers Festival will last through next weekend. It just sort of depends. But he would be my ride, and without him to drive me, there's no way I'd be able to go. But if he just plain didn't want to go to Ikasukan, we could still always go to the Three Rivers Festival. But I really want to go back to Ikasukan this year, because I don't know if I told you guys this, but when I was there last year, it was my very first con, my very first time entering a skit contest, and I won. We put a skit together in less than 24 hours, and when we put it on, everyone just loved it. So I'm kind of hoping that I can enter the skit contest again. Maybe if I can find some people to do a last-minute sketch with me, like I did last year. At the very least, I want to enter the masquerade contest, which I could do both. I could do both depending on what character I decided to do for the skit. If I happen to do a Sailor Moon skit, I can cosplay as Sailor Jupiter, or if I do another Holic skit, I can be Yuko. Or I might even be Mokina again.
Because everyone loved my Mokina costume! Even though it was really just a black outfit with the black Mokina in front of my face.
But yeah, when the judges were announcing that we had won the contest, they actually said that they loved the Mokina costume.
Plus, my Mokina voice kind of sounds like the person who does Mokina in the Tsubasa does, don't you think?
At least, other people have said that. If you've never seen Tsubasa or Holic, then you probably don't know that. But that's where the two plushies from before, as well as the character that I was cosplaying as before, came from. Yuko Ichihara is from XXX Holic, or just Holic, as well as the black Mokina, and the white Mokina is from Tsubasa, Tsubasa River Chronicle. And Tsubasa and Holic they both exist together. Certain parts of Tsubasa are shown in Holic, and certain parts of Holic are shown in Tsubasa. But the cool thing about that is you don't have to read or watch Tsubasa in order to get Holic, and you don't have to read and watch Holic in order to get Tsubasa. They're both really good as standalones, but when you watch one of them and then you go watch the other, you're like, oh, I remember when this happened. Yeah, that's just like in this part. Although the mangas do a better job of it, because in the animes they kind of got rid of some of that. But anyway, yeah, and that whole price thing, that's part of what she does. In Holic, Yuko runs a shop that grants people's wishes. And depending on the wish, the person has to pay a price to Yuko in order to have their wish granted. Wow, my arm's getting sore. But let's switch. There's another character, Watanuki, who's sort of the main character, and when the series starts out, you see Watanuki arriving at Yuko's shop, and the price Yuko demanded of Watanuki was, well, I don't really know exactly what you would call the price that he has to pay, but he has to work in her shop as cleaning, cooking, all that sort of stuff. Pretty much he's a housemaid, and that's the price that he's paying to Yuko to have her grant his wish. And the Tsubasa characters each paid a price to Yuko as well. Shaoran's price to Yuko was his relationship with Sakura, because he wanted to travel the dimensions to find the feathers to save Princess Sakura's life. So his price was all of her memories of him. Kurogane's price was a sword that Princess Tomoyo had made for him based off of the sword that his father used to use. And Fai's was the tattoo on his back which regulated his magic. Which, if you have never seen Tsubasa, then you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, and I'm just rambling. But that's just a little bit of background. I will be talking about those a lot in the future because I am a huge Clamp fan. Tsubasa River Chronicle and Holic are both created by the manga artists Clamp, which are 5 Japanese women in Japan who write manga. And they also did my favorite series, Cardcaptor Sakura, which a lot of Tsubasa characters come from Cardcaptor Sakura. That's another thing. You've got characters from all of their other different mangas, and they all appear in Tsubasa. Well, not all of them, but a good portion of different characters appear in different areas in Tsubasa, different worlds. But, yeah, that's where all that was coming from, just so you know. And I really did mean that. I want you guys to leave a comment down below what you believe something like that, like those grand entrances, those extra grand entrances, are worth, like a graham cracker or a Cheeto or whatever. Whatever you guys feel is worth it. But, yeah, that's where that came from. And obviously I'm not going to actually ask you guys to send me these things, it's free, but, you know, just, I'd like to see what you guys have to say about that. What would you guys give up to see a bunch of grand entrances? Also, yes, I do realize that the contest for Caters 17 Strip contest is over. She hasn't released the winners yet, but it is over. She's no longer accepting people. But that's not why I created it. I created it because I was asked to do more grand entrances, which is why a lot of that stuff was kind of silly and random. But I certainly hope you guys liked it. And now this vlog is more than just me talking. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking right now because my arms are sore, and I am almost to the library, so. Okay, so I just got done at the library, and I got my resumes printed off, and I talked to my boyfriend. He won't be able to take me on Friday, but he is going to take me, he is going to take me on Saturday and Sunday. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the bus, and then I just have to leave by 5:20. Yeah, I just have to leave by 5:20 to catch the bus and make it home before the buses stop running, because they stop running early on Friday. And then Gabe will pick me up Saturday morning, take me to con, take me home next day, same thing. So, yay! You guys will have something exciting to watch this weekend. And maybe even watch me in another cosplay contest. If I can do that, I'll try and get Gabe or Grace to hold on to you guys so that you guys can see me in it. But, and hopefully I can also find some people to do another cosplay with me. I might be able to find the same people that we did the Boku no Set skit with me last year, and I might not. Because I believe they said they lived out of town. But, yeah, here's hoping something works out. I do have a couple of different skit ideas, which makes me a little bit flexible. I can either join someone else's skit, or I can find someone who fits one of my skits. If there are any of you guys that live in Fort Wayne and you're going to Ikasacon, let me know if you've got a Sailor Moon or a Piccolo outfit. Because if you have one of those two cosplay costumes, I can use you. The Piccolo would be would help for a continuation of my previous one. But I'm not going to announce that right now. I'm not going to tell you guys what it was, because there's also a chance that one of my rivals might be watching this and think, oh hey, that's much better than our idea, let's use that one. And then we wind up having the exact same skit, and that kind of fails. That would be really bad. Yeah. But the odds of winning twice in a row are slim enough, but then again, the odds of winning your very first time are also pretty slim, so if I could beat the odds again, that would be great. I've still got the plaque at home, so I don't really mind if I have to give up the plaque this year to someone else in the contest, or someone else who does it with me, because I've already got one, and now I've got a camera, so I can take a picture of it, and then I can at least have the picture to post and have that memory. That would be pretty cool too. But yeah, and now I'm rambling, so I guess this is where I will call it for today. I think I've got enough on here so that you guys won't be like, really? that's it. There are some puppy dogs behind me. But anyway, until tomorrow.